Hello my dear students, welcome once again to the Suraj Computer Coaching YouTube channel. So today once again we will try to solve one more question paper that is on advanced Python, which is helpful for PUC second year students, BCA students and engineering students. So before I start, I will like to request to all my students and dear my viewers and subscribers, please before watching the video, go to the settings in your mobile and click on quality and click on high picture quality for better resolution. And if you want, you can make your mobile as landscape so that you can see all the questions and answer. Thank you. So let us start today's sessions with the first MCQ, that is multiple choice question. The first one is given Q is equal to n divided by d. That already we know that is n is numerator and d is the denominator. If d equal to 0, that means denominator equal to 0 and n is equal to 50, which built-in exception occurs? That means again the question is from file handling or exception handling. So syntax error, index error, value error, 0, division error. So option D is the correct answer in this question, because whenever you supply the denominator as 0, which is not a valid operation in mathematics, the Python interpreter will give you the default error, that is exception 0 division error. Okay, so let us go to the next. Today's session will be a little bit fast so that we can cover it in 15 to 20 minutes, students. The function which returns an integer that specifies the current position of the file object in the file is. The option A is seek, B is load, C is tell and D is dump. Now you can see that load and dump nowhere connected to this file handling, and A is a seek and C is a tell. Tell is the correct answer to know what is the current position of the file object. Tell is the correct answer. Let us go to the third one. Assertion A. Stack data structure is used in accessing the link of the last visited web page. That is correct. Reason R. The ordering principle is a FIFO. No, that is wrong, because in stack we follow LIFO, last in first out, but they have mentioned first in first out, which is wrong. That means answer B is the correct answer. A is a true, but R is a not correct reason. Let us go to the fourth one. An arrangement of the linear data structure in which addition and removal of element can happen from any end is known as. That means if you want to add or remove, that should be done from the both the end. That is nothing but answer C, double-ended Q, that is DEQ is a correct answer. Fifth one, changing the position of two elements with each other means. Okay, so if you want to change the position of the two elements, definitely it is answer is C, that is swapping. And sixth one is the nested loop will have the time complexity. See, this is also an interview question for the engineering and BCA students. The nested loop will have the time complexity, because most of the time they will ask the questions on the time complexity and space complexity. The answer is A, that is n square. Okay, next, identify the DBMS software. Microsoft Access, Microsoft Outlook, PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel. See, this is a very easy question, because PowerPoint, Outlook, Excel, these are all the application softwares, and Microsoft Access is the database management system software. Eighth one, the symbol used to represent intersect operation. Already you know this intersect operation, that is nothing but C. C is the correct answer for the intersect operation. And ninth one is which data type is used to hold numbers with decimal points in MySQL. Okay, decimal points means it is a float. Obviously we know that integer holds only integer, date is a date. Okay, so float is the data type which holds the number of numbers with decimal points in MySQL. The clause used to enforce, 10th one, students, the clause used to enforce condition. Okay, that is again related to the MySQL. If you want to filter the data, we will use the conditions, and we are going to use option D, that is where. Like where student name is equal to Rahul. So all Rahuls in the class, they are filtered, the data is filtered, correct? So depending on the condition, we are going to filter the data in the MySQL, that is D is the correct answer. Where, using where we can put the condition. 11th one, students, conversion of a domain name of each web server to its corresponding IP address is domain name resolution. The answer is D. 12th one, printing of a document within a building can be done by using which type of a network? See, network we have a LAN, WAN, MAN, PAN, so many types of networks we have studied. Okay, within a building means definitely it is a answer C, that is local area network. Let us come to the 13th one. Mobile phones are examples of which type of data communication? Definitely yesterday we have, in the last session we have discussed that it is a simplex, half duplex, full duplex. Okay, so these are the three important data communication that you must be perfect, and the mobile phones are the best example of what? Full duplex. That means both the sender and receiver can speak and listen at that time. It is a full duplex. Similarly, 14th one, with respect to the bandwidth, how many hertz can make 1 kilohertz? That is 1000. Every student know this about this. Let us go to the next, and 15th one is the last MCQ that we are going to study. Again, the malware that targets user data is a spyware. Malware is a very dangerous virus. Okay, you have to remember that it user data, spyware targets the spyware. Fill in the blanks. Already the answers are given here in the bracket. You have to just identify which is suitable in the fill in the blanks. The process of creating an exception object and handing it over to the runtime system is throwing an exception. Already they have given the result, throwing an exception. And dash process is also called as pickling. Serialization, you know already, the serialization process is called as a pickling, which is we are going to use in gaming and all, to pause and restart the game from the same situation. And dash, 18th one, dash means same data are duplicated in the different places, that is redundancy. If you are good enough in the database, you can understand the characteristics of database, that is redundancy is a very powerful advantage of a database in the files, where we will try to remove the duplicate. 19th one, dash operator defines the range of the values inclusive of boundary values. That is a between operator that we are going to use in the MySQL as well as in different DBMS. Last one, the function that converts a string into the uppercase is ucase. So we have studied some built-in string handling functions, that is ucase, lcase. Okay, so uppercase means you will indicate here uppercase. So converting into the uppercase is a ucase that we are going to use in the string handling functions. That is all about your first 20 questions. Dear students, let us start with the part B, where we have short answers for 2 marks. You have to answer any 4 here. Okay, but we will discuss all. Write implementation of a stack in Python to check whether the stack is empty or not. Okay, this is very easy. You have to write when the function def using def is empty stack is length stack equal to 0, return to if the stack is 0, return true, else return false. That means if stack is empty, it will return 0. Then we will just say that the stack is empty. 22, a small question again for 2 marks. For the element z, x and c performs nq and dq operations. So you have to write all the operations, like how we are going to do these operations in the q status, that is z, zx, zxc. Again, what is removed? That is a stack they have mentioned here, deq. Deq means we will remove the z, xc will be left, we will remove the x, and we left to the c, and we will remove the c, and we left to the blank deq. Let us start. 23rd question, define the terms hashing and a perfect function. So already we know that hashing is a technique to find the presence of a key, that is a searching technique in the list in a just one step using a formula called hash function, making the searching very efficient. And the perfect hash function is a function where every item maps to the unique index in the hash table, so no collision occurs. Already we have discussed in this chapter very in detail how the hash search will work, and if there is a collision we can solve that also in a different segment. 24th, list any 2 uses of database in the real life application: banking, agriculture, inventory management, organizations, online shopping. These are all the best examples of a real-time applications of the database. Go to the next. 25, why delete statement is used for? That is, in the MySQL we use delete statement for what purpose? To delete one or more records from a table. So from table, if you want to remove a single record or multiple records, you can use a delete statement, but put the condition in proper way. Better you use primary key to delete, or if you want to delete a multiple records, you can give the correct condition. Okay. 26, write a note on bus topology. Dear students, please focus on all the topologies. We have studied so many topologies like star, mesh, linear, correct or not? Bus topology. All devices are connected to a single central cable called the bus or a backbone. Data sent from a node travels in both directions along the bus. Every device receives the data, but only the intended recipient processes it. It is a cheap and easy to install as only one main cable is used. Disadvantage: it is less secure and less reliable because if the main cable fails, the whole network stops. So this is about bus topology. If it is possible, you can draw the diagram also, so that we can expect full marks. 27th, mention different types of switching techniques: circuit switching and packet switching. So you know different types of switching: circuit, packet. Okay, let us go to the part C, where you have to answer any 4. Again, there are 3 marks here. Write 28th question, what is the purpose of assert statement? See students, in every question paper they are asking question on assert statement. Please do focus on the assert statement, write a syntax and give the example. It is used to test an expression. Obviously, assert statement is used in the exception handling. It is used to test an expression in the program. If the expression is false, it raises an assertion error. It helps check for a valid input, so that correct input should be given by the user. Syntax, assert, expression. If you want, optional arguments will be there. So this is an example. You can practice this example. Let us go to 29th. Write a note on text files. A text file is a sequence of characters including alphabets, numbers and special symbols. Internally, text files are stored in the sequence of bytes, that is zeros and ones, using encoding schemes called ASCII and Unicode. Already you should know the long form of ASCII and Unicode also, right? American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Go through the books. Each line is a text file. Each line in a text file ends with a special, okay, that we know. End of line EOL is a very important, students. Like new line character in the Python, contents are usually separated by the white space, commas or tabs. Example includes files with the extension like .txt, .py and .csv. So normally we use a text file, Python files and comma separated value files. 30th question. Let us go to the 30th question. Write a bubble sort algorithm to sort a list in an ascending order. Obviously we are using many sorting techniques like bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort. Okay, so you have to practice this algorithm, which is of 8 steps, where we are using a nested while loop. Please practice. 31st, list the 3 possibilities that can occur in a binary search. So it's very interesting. The 3 possibilities in binary search are: if the middle element matches the key, search is successful. If the middle element is greater than the key, search continues in the first half of the list. If the middle element is smaller than the key, search continues in the second half of the list. That in the last question paper I told you this in detail, right? So let us go to the next. Explain the limitations of manual record keeping: time consuming, difficult to update, prone to errors, storage issues. These are the limitations of manual record keeping. So only we have come up with the computers, database and database management system. Let us move fast to the 33rd. Differentiate between single and multiple row functions. In the last question paper also we have solved this. Please go through this. Single row functions operates on a one row, multiple operates on a group of rows. It returns one result per row. It returns one result or group of rows, depends. Example, math, string and date functions. Example, max, min, average, sum, count. It can be used in select, where and order by clauses. It can be used only in select clause. These are the differentiation between the single row and multiple row functions. 34th one, expand the following. It is very easy. MAC, media access control, HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, URI, uniform resource identifier. URL is also there, that is a locator. Okay, and the last one is part D. I hope this is the last one. Let us go to the next. Convert the following infix notation a plus b minus c into d to postfix notation. Dear students, you have to practice this. It is very important. In every question paper we are like almost this question will be there that you have to convert the infix into the postfix notation. Please practice this. This is very easy. Let's go to the 36th. Define DEQ. Explain the operations on DEQ, that is insert front, insert rear, delete front, delete rear. This is very easy question for 5 marks question. You have to define. For definition you will get 1 marks, and for the 4 operations you will get 4 marks. Okay, the DEQ is a data structure where element can be added or removed from both the ends. It's very easy. 37. Give the other name of the linear search and write an algorithm to find the position of an element. The other name of the linear search is a sequential search or serial search. Serial means step by step from top to bottom, and this is the algorithm, students, that you have to practice. 38th question. Define the below terms. See, these are also 2 marks questions or 1 marks question, but here they have mentioned it for 5 marks. Simply you have to define 5 definitions: attribute, a characteristics or a column of a relation in which data is stored. A tuple is a row of a data in a relation. Domain, the set of all possible values in attribute can take. Degree, the number of attributes, that is columns in a relation. Cardinality, the number of tuples, that is rows in a relation. Very easy. 5 lines, you will get 5 marks. Let us go to the next 39th question. Explain different network devices. See, modem, Ethernet, RJ45, repeater, hub, switch, router, gateway. Need not to explain these many things. For 5 marks question, at least explain 5 important network devices so that you will get full marks. Let us go to the 40th question. Yes, today we are very fast. What are the 3 categories of wired media? Explain it. Again, easy questions. Okay, so 3 categories of wired transmission are twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and optic fiber cable. Do not mention wireless, students. Be careful in the examination or interview transmission. They are asking wired media, twisted pair of cable, coaxial cable, optic fiber cable. How much you can explain? Please explain. Okay, 41. List and explain different types of security threats, that is denial of services, distributed denial of services, intrusion, snooping, and yes, eavesdropping. These are the very important security threats. You can read this. Very important. Okay, and let us go to the last one. Now part E is the last actually in question paper. You have to answer any 2 out of 3 questions here. Each question carries 5 marks. Arrange the following elements in an ascending order, that is insertion sort. This time they have asked insertion sort. Again, we know the concept of insertion sort. Here we will try to arrange the elements in ascending order. That means we start with an assumption that the first element is in its proper position and remaining all elements are in unordered. We will take the 1 by 1 element from the unordered part and we will try to insert it into the ordered part. But before inserting, we will check the condition and we will place it in the proper position. So you have to draw this diagram so that you will get full marks. Let us go to the next 43. Consider the temperature. Okay, every question paper they are asking mean, median, range, standard deviation. These all things are important, students. Please go through this. Okay, they have asked the mean, okay, and find the temperature range. That is the difference you have to tell. Okay, range means 34 minus 27 out of the above given data, which is the maximum. 34. Okay, 34 is maximum, and okay, chalo, 27 is what? Minimum, I hope so. Yes, 27. 34 minus 27, 7 is a range. Calculate the standard deviation. And 44th question, I think it is the last question. Given table, table name. Okay, you please read the table very carefully. The table is given. They will ask the questions like, if you come here, Roman 1, identify the primary key in the product table. So you have to identify the primary key. Which is a primary key? Obviously PC code, I hope. Yes, PC code. Alter table product add primary key P code. Why we made this P code as the primary key? You should know, because all the elements are different, unique. Okay, list the product code, product name and price in the descending order. Again they are asking in the every question paper, they are asking descending order. Just write select P code, P name, U price from product, that is the product is our table name, order by P name, DESC you have to write. For descending you have to write DESC, or by default it will be in ascending order. If you don't write DESC, it will be in a ascending order if you write a clause order by, right? The third one is add new column discount to the product table. Okay, so just alter table product, add discount, give the data type float 6,2. Okay, calculate the value of the discount in the table product as a 10% of the U price for all the product. Okay, update product set discount U price 10%, that we will write in decimal, that is 0.10, where U price is greater than 100, because they have given here the if it is greater than 100, see here U price is more than 100, put the where condition U price is greater than 100. Okay, update product set discount equal to 0 where U price is less than 100. So increase the price by 12% for all the products manufacturing by Doe. Update product set U price, see increasing means what, U price into what, yes 1.2, so 12% they have to write 1.12 where manufacturers is equal to, means Doe company, only Doe company, where see in this table if you see there are only 2 products which are manufactured by Doe and they are increasing it by 12%, right? So 12% you have to write here and it will give your correct answer. So that is all about your, once again, question paper. Is it clear? So they have made a mistake here, I think so. So 12% in the decimal, it should be a 0.12. Okay, you correct it. Let us end up with this sessions, and again we will come up with the next video. Thank you very much, students.